Sup you guys, ASD Classified here. Gonna be reviewing episode 4 of Power Rangers Dino Charge, Return of the Caveman. So let's get into it and talk about all the reasons of why Koda is a boss. Alright, the episode begins with a flashback of Koda, I guess 100,000 years ago, back when he was neighbors with Fred Flintstone and them. So Koda was in this cave and he was carving stuff in the walls. I guess he was writing, one of his stories about his life, Today I met the baddest bitch, not Trina doll. She real freak. Likes it when I hit her with club and drag her around the cave. And so as Koda was carving his story into the wall, he happens to discover the blue Energium. Yeah, the blue Energium was in the cave. He chipped it out and he found it. Immediately after he finds the blue Energium, Koda hears this like roar or growl, And at first I thought this was going to be Fury, right? But it wasn't Fury. It turns out the noise was coming from a saber-toothed tiger. And the saber-toothed tiger was attacking Koda's like kid brother. Oh my god. So this saber-toothed tiger, right? Was that CGI or what? I don't know what it was, but it looked awful. I'm sorry. It looked atrocious. Like, thank God that damn beast was not on my screen for long, cause okay. So as the saber-tooth tiger was about to attack Koda's kid brother, Koda like jumps in and like tackles the beast, and they both fall off the cliff, and they're like, and Koda's like falling to his death, and his little brother's like, Koda! And Koda's like, Taku! And then the blue Energium begins to activate, and it starts to bond with Koda. And that's the last we saw of that scene. Like, honestly, this little glimpse we got into Koda's life back in old-timey days, like really old-timey days. Like, I liked it. It was really cool. Like, I can't wait to see more because, we gotta see how he survived the fall. And I know he met Fury back in the day. So, I can't wait to learn more, In the next scene, Miss Morgan introduces the Dino Cycles to the Rangers in their command center. And, really, I'm only talking about this scene just because of what happened between Shelby and Miss Morgan. So, when Koda woke up from his sleep, he came, into the main room of the command center. And Shelby was like, oh, Koda, Kendall is showing us the Dino Cycles. And, as soon as Shelby called Miss Morgan by her first name, Miss Morgan side-eyed that bitch so hard. She side-eyed her so hard. Shelby had to fix that up real quick. Kendall, Miss Morgan. Miss Morgan. Man, Miss Morgan was like, Shelby, you're getting a little too familiar right now, okay? We don't know each other like that. You're gonna have to keep it proper today, okay? Oh, man, I can't wait for them to have a cat fight. I really can't. Anywho, so really, most of the beginning of this episode was all about Koda and how he feels in this time period. Like, Koda is having a really hard time adjusting to the modern era. It's just a lot to deal with. It's just, all the technology and how to use it. He's just not used to it. He's just not used to living in the modern time. And, I'm kind of curious as to why. Like, we really don't know everything about Koda's backstory as of yet. If he's been alive for 100,000 years, you'd think he would be a little more used to how the world works today. So why isn't he? You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that the show doesn't go the cliche route of having the caveman frozen in ice and then, I don't know, Miss Morgan thawed him out or something. I'm hoping they don't do that. Maybe it's more like, I don't know, Koda decided to, I don't know, hide himself away from the world for all this time or go hibernate somewhere. I don't know. I'm just hoping he didn't, like, get frozen against his will or something. Maybe he just hid himself away on his own. And then Miss Morgan eventually found him or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe you know, he just didn't want to deal with the world after his little brother died. it's all speculation right now. Maybe Fury killed his little brother. I don't know. Maybe. But whatever. Point is, Koda's having a hard time adjusting to the modern society. And at one point he even questions, why did the Blue Energem choose him to be a ranger? Like, he doesn't even feel like he's worthy of being a Power Ranger. And we learned in this episode that the man is definitely worthy to be a Power Ranger. Alright, so there's a scene where Koda and Chase are in the park and they're talking about, you know, all of Koda's issues and whatever. Then a monster attacks and it ends up capturing Chase first. Koda tries to fight the monster off. I mean, he tries to use caveman strength against the monster. It probably would have been better for him to morph, but whatever. So Koda tries to fight the monster. He couldn't beat the monster. Then the monster ends up capturing Koda as well as this little kid that was just riding his bike and minding his own damn business and did not want to get roped into these monster shenanigans. The monster ended up teleporting Chase, Koda, and the kid into this cave, right? So Chase is being held prisoner in this cage, and Koda and the kid are also being held prisoner in like a separate cage, but this cage was damaged, so Koda and the kid were able to escape that cage, and Koda decided to, you know, take the kid and try to escape with the kid, and then he was going to come back for Chase, right? So this whole scene where Koda was doing everything he could to help this kid and save this kid's life, this was just awesome. This whole thing just proved why he was chosen to be a Power Ranger, man. So the kid thought that his leg was broke, right? It wasn't broke. I mean, by the end of the episode, the kid's leg was fine and shit. It wasn't broke. At most, it was probably like sprained or something. But at the time, the kid thought his leg was broke. So let me tell you what Koda did. So the cave was dark, right? Koda rubbed them sticks together. He got a fire going. He lit a torch. He like wrapped the kid's leg up. He then, you know, had the kid on his back. Like, he saw water dripping on the cave. He like got like a rag and he wiped the kid off. It's just, man, like they didn't know what direction to go in the cave. And Koda's like, the wind will tell us. The wind started blowing and Koda's like, we go this way. Like, Koda was a fucking boss in this episode, man. Like, it was awesome. And then at one point, like, the kid was like scared and whatever, and he's like, I have little brother like you. I protect him. I protect you too. You know, the whole scene was cute. It was awesome. So Koda ended up, you know, saving the kid. He got the kid out of the cave, right? The other Rangers and Kendall, Miss Morgan, showed up on the scene. Miss Morgan took the kid to a hospital, right? Because the kid really did need medical attention. After Miss Morgan takes the kid to receive medical attention, the rest of the Rangers combat the monster of the day and the putty patrollers for this season. What's their name? Vivix? Vivix? Yeah, okay. So yeah, the Rangers and the monsters, they have a big clash, big battle, what. Who do you think won? The Rangers, of course. So I have some notes about this, okay? The Rangers, like the fight, okay. The Rangers, they morph. They have a roll call, which I like though. I hope they use it more. It's just them. They call out their dinosaur and then their Ranger color. So Tyrannosaurus Rex, Power Ranger Red. You know, I like it. After that though, they have like this new catchphrase. So once the Rangers are fully morphed, they're like Dynamite ready to fight or something. No, Dynamite, no, that's good times. No, they were. No, this new catchphrase is Dinosaur Might ready to fight. Okay. Now, I remember hearing this like before the show started. I thought this was like a catchphrase that they decided to throw away. Apparently not. So, I guess they're going to be saying this more. But it feels like Dino Charge has like 50 catchphrases already. Like, we have Unleash the Power, Dinosaur Might ready to fight, Monster extinct, and let's not forget, it's about to get wild. So it's like, how many catchphrases are y'all just throwing shit out to see which one sticks? But whatever, man. I mean, the action As usual, it was good. The Rangers, well, Tyler and Riley used the Dino Cycles to destroy the monster. Then the monster grew giant size because of the saddle lasers. And then the Rangers called their Zords the Dino Charge Megazord Tristego formation. Then Riley summoned his Zord for the first time, the Raptor Zord, so they formed the Stegoraptor formation, and they ended up defeating the monster that way. Awesome. You know, the Triceratops Zord ended up saving Chase from the cave, so yay, win-win for everybody, right? Yeah, I liked this episode. It was awesome. It was a great character episode for Koda. Awesome. 4 out of 5. With this episode, Koda definitely became my favorite Dino Charge Ranger. He's just awesome, man. Also, life goals, I hope to have a body like that caveman someday. And when I do, I will be as shirtless in these videos as Koda's actor is in Dino Charge and on his Instagram. Believe it. Oh, one more thing I guess I should talk about. So, at the beginning of the episode, Sledge did have a scene with, you know, his gang of villains. And at one point, to appease his fiance, he apparently had, what's his name, Wrench create like this monster to be Posandra's best friend. I guess to keep her occupied or something. Cause like in the beginning of the episode, Posandra was like, Sledge, let's forget about the inner gems. Let's go out. Let's have a good time. I'm so bored. I don't have anybody to interact with aside from these damn peasants. So Sledge was like, you know what, honey bun? I made you like your own best friend or some shit. And she was happy about this. The creature's name is Curio. And it is yet another villain that is from Kyoryuja. And I think a lot of Power Ranger fans didn't think that this character was going to be adapted at first. But here it is. And according to my Twitter, a lot of people are very happy about this. Like, I don't know. I saw a lot on my feed. And apparently Curio's Japanese counterpart was very popular. Okay. Personally, I don't really see the point of adapting this character, but they did it. And a while back, I did see like a fan theory saying that maybe they would have adapted this character as Posandra and Sledge's love child, which I thought would have been cool, but they didn't go that route. But whatever. We'll see what they'll do with this character. It could be really cool. Well, I'm done rambling on this recording. If you're watching this video, what did you guys think about episode 4 of Dino Charge? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was meh? Let me know in a comment if you would be so kind. Alright, later you guys. Jamata.